In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Chad, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to the Ed Show. Let me know how the audio levels are and how everything sounds. This will be the first time I'll be streaming this bad boy by myself. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a good day. Hello, and welcome to everybody. So Chad, just let me know if the audio and all that is good. Audio and video good. Laka. We did not crash at the first second. Okay, let me get my ducks in a row here. Otherwise, how is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a fan-frickin-tastic Thursday. It is Fake Friday. Got a great audio. Was that a GR86 joke there, Slushy? Was that I caught that. That was like, I like that. Chad. I'm going to tell you now, I'm writing solo in the office today. Not going to lie, it is freaking boring being here by myself. I got here at like 7:30. Been doing admin. There's no mode to chat shit with. Kate and Taryn ain't here. Chris ain't here. Keegan, nobody here. I am solo. This office is quite large when you're by yourself. But we're having a good time. And at least you don't have to throw the... Where is the horn even? I wish I could throw it. I think it's still on. Keegan's side. Damn it! Okay, I'm gonna have to get up and pick that up later. Listen, it was admin's boring when you have to do it by yourself. Slush, I slept last night. I had a solid night's sleep for the first time in weeks. I am sharp. I am here. I am plugged into the ether. We in for it. We're going to see how it's going to affect my trading. I think this is going to be a good trading day because your boy is sharp today. It's going to be a vibe. Anyway, Chad, let me know. Oh. How do you create the little poll thing? See, these are things I've never had to do. And now I'm realizing I don't know how to create no poll. Wait, give me a second here. I'll figure it out. Must be some way here, man. There it is. See, plugged into the ether. This is a good one. Okay. How's that for a poll, Chad? How's that for a poll? I dig that. Chris is paying hardball. I was saying we'll even brand it in like Vault Funder colors. We'll put the logo in there. Like, come on, do your boy a solid. Good times. Go full screen, Ed. There is no singular full screen on here, I don't think. No, there is not. That is not my fault. That is a consequence of how these boys have things set up. And Mo didn't get a chance to change. I think I fix. I'm unsure. First couple minutes in, I already froze the screen. Oh, that is funny. Okay, I think I might be back. And you must... Roxy must join big on the screen when the true G's are not there. That would actually be fun. We're back. Okay. Woo! Fixed it. Plugged into the ether. Okay, Chad, let's plug ourselves into the cosmic ether and start off the session in prayer. So I'll have everyone bow their heads and let's connect with the Almighty Creator. Good Heavenly Father, we come to you today, Thursday morning, just before the London session. We ask that you bless this day, give us this day our daily bread, and allow us the opportunity to make a little bit of a living for ourselves in what is one of the most stressful ways that you can do it. So we ask that you be in our heads and in our hearts. Protect us from mammon, from greed, from fear, from frustration, and deliver us to trading to our best abilities this day. Some of the chat rely on trading. They're using this as opportunity to dig themselves out of holes, to better themselves, to uplift themselves, to change their lives. Please allow us the opportunity to be able to do that to the best of our abilities this day. In your heavenly name, we pray. Amen. And if you agree, Chad, if you are here, please put an amen in the chat, and let's connect to the Almighty Creator for a little helping hand this day. And we got 2 or more. We are here. Awesome stuff, Chad. So, plugging into the economic calendar. Let's see what we got going for which screen does this thing connect to? It's meant to be the main screen. I don't think it is. And Chris said it was the main screen, but I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it. Okay, we'll go with that screen. Cool. So, looking at the calendar for the day, it doesn't look like we have anything of great significance on the cards for this London session. We got a little bit of European news coming up. Speech by the Guindos. I can't pronounce that. A little bit later today. Moderate news, nothing too hectic. We do have PPI with food and energy coming out at 12 today. Nothing of great significance for the day. So it looks like it's going to be a relatively chill day on the news front, which is really good. I do prefer lower news tier days and higher news tier days. I know Keegan and Chris prefer higher news tier days because they tend to be a little bit more volatile in the market. I prefer things a little bit on the slower and steady side. Going on to the charts themselves for today, we're going to start off on with US 30, going on to the daily timeline. So we have had massive bearish price action for quite some time there. Created all-time highs a little while back in November. Came devilishly close to that in January, and we've had some pretty bearish price action since then. We had a couple key levels in here that we're going to confirm massive bearish price action. There, we had that little double bottom there. Wicked through that quite nicely, retested, and then wicked back down. So this, right, for me is confirmation for some massive bearish price action. I think what we can expect is a retest of this level down here at some point. So around the 40,234 level, I do expect that to be a target. So we might see a little bit of a pullback. We might see a little bit of a pullback at some point because this has been one-way traffic for quite some time. So we might see a little bit of a pullback, maybe retesting some of these levels, maybe going a little bit deeper, but I do expect us to go overall bearish as being the move for the next, call it, month or so. So very bearish on US 30 long term. Looking at the 4 hour, let's get rid of some of these older levels here. So looking at the 4 hour, again, pretty much bearish on the 4 hour. We've had pretty much stair-stepping type momentum all the way through, creating high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. A little bit of a liquidity sweep there, and I'm expecting some bearish price action to continue on there. So I am going to be leaning more towards sells than I am going to be buys, particularly if you're trying to swing for the fences. Going down to the 15-minute, looking at 2G's indicator, which you can get by joining Project G. Right now, create Asia highs, and we have broken, create Asia highs, create Asia lows. We've broken below Asia lows. What I am anticipating in the short-term intraday, we do have the EQ and the daily pivot sitting right between Asia highs today. Broken past Asia lows. What I am anticipating is we might going to go into this monthly support here, maybe do a retrace to test daily pivot, EQ, maybe the yearly pivot before continuing our main bearish move. That is what I'm going to be wanting to see today. So we're going to see how that plays out. What I'm going to wait for, I'm going to set an alarm right here at the monthly pivot and at Asia lows. What we might do is, before going to the monthly pivot, what we might do first is break back into Asia lows, in which case I'll look for a ride up to Asia highs or daily pivot or EQ before then maybe targeting that monthly pivot. So a little bit of a short-term bullish ride before us turning bearish for the long-term move. If we look at yesterday's massive move, taking the fib from the top to the bottom of the move, previous daily high to previous daily low, you'll see that the 50% of that move is roughly where the EQ is, which is what the EQ is. So I am looking for, we did get a little bit of a retrace there yesterday. We might get another retrace of the EQ today, or just a daily pivot since the EQ has already been tested before that bearish move continues. So that's what I'm going to be looking for there. Ed, skip the song we're in. Are you guys over heroes that much? Okay. There you go. New song. No more heroes. Okay. Swapping over to NASDAQ. Very similar price action. NAS and US 30 have been in the same WhatsApp group over the last little while, which have been really cool. Super bearish price action on NAS as well. So I am looking for some of this bearish action to continue. However, if you do look at how long the bearish moves lost on NAS, what you will see that if we take this previous all-time high here and the move that started it, this low to this high, you can see how this pullback came in almost to the beginning of the move before we started to shift bullish again. So how many pips was that roughly? We're talking a 3,500 pip move. So as we're going to see here, we have done about a 3,150 pip move so far. So I am anticipating, even though I think this is going to continue for a little bit more, that's sort of the move that started it till there, I'm anticipating this move coming in to roughly about there before we start up with our bullish price action again. It's going to have to line up fundamentally as well. We did have inflation showing that inflation is on the way back down at CPI yesterday. We're going to see what the Fed does in response to that. However, I am anticipating a little bit more bearish price action, probably coming in to somewhere in this level roughly, which we are devilishly close to, before the next bull run starts. We've had one-way traffic, pretty much a waterfall down of bearish price action. So I would be anticipating a reverse of that at some point. Get rid of these old levels. Similar vibes on the 4-hour. I would be anticipating price to come up to about this level of previous resistance turn support. Finding support there and retracing back. Right now, we're looking at still about 400 pips of leeway to go. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we get there and how accurate that prediction is going to be. Turning on a 2Gs indicator. Similar vibe to what US 30 is looking like. I'm still expecting a little bit more bearish price action. However, because we know that the bearish pullback doesn't tend to last much further than we've gone so far, at some point we are going to see the bulls get back into the picture. But for today, what I am anticipating, very similar to what I'm anticipating on US 30, is probably a tap of either the daily pivot or daily S1 or the monthly S1 before returning back into Asia lows, maybe into the EQ, this monthly support level here, maybe Asia highs before continuing on that bearish move. So a little bit more levels in the way here. NAS might not be quite as clean as US 30. However, NAS is the weaker of the two for today. So if we are going to be looking for long-term sells, NAS does look like it might be the better bet. Whether we get the sells from the EQ, the S1, I think this is the weekly S1, that's the monthly S1. Whether we get it from the S1, Asia highs, or somewhere in that ballpark, sells, I think, will be the predominant move of the day. So we're going to see how we catch one there. Looking at gold, I have not been trading gold the last month or so, so I'm not quite as plugged in. However, fundamentally, we are looking at gold reaching the 3,100 mark some point this year. Some analysts predict in the quarter to come we're going to reach that point. So we have been more or less bullish on gold for the longest while. We had this nice little pullback here to previous all-time highs. Let me just switch that up. You can tell I haven't updated this chart in a while because I have not been trading it for quite some time. So previous all-time highs there. We've shifted bullish again. Definitely close to all-time highs again, and with the dollar taking the shots that it's been taking, it looks like that is where we're going to be headed. So looking on the day, what I would try and do is catch a bullish continuation either at the EQ or the daily pivot. We have the 200 EMA, which is a workhorse on gold. It's what the turtle wave was built on. I have not been trading the turtle wave because I've been focusing on the power range of this last little while. But however, you can see the turtle wave would have gotten you a solid entry yesterday around 9:15. The more stronger entry off yesterday's daily pivot at 3:15, just before New York opened. You would have gotten some serious longs on there. So I'm looking for the 200 EMA to remain as a dynamic support level. So looking at taking buys somewhere on the EQ or the daily pivot, just because of how clean the setup is, I am going to set an alarm at the EQ there. That's probably going to take some time to set itself up. You could, if you're feeling really froggy, look at anticipating that bearish move, maybe catching off Asia lows down to the EQ and then going for that massive move there. Although the safer move would be waiting for you to get to the EQ because Asia highs are untested. So it might dance a little bit before getting there. We don't have any fundamental news coming up today, nothing major, so might be a little bit more straightforward, might not be. We'll have to wait and see. Those are the three pairs I'm going to be looking at, Chad. Pop your questions in the comment section down below, and we're going to see how things go. Right now, I'm waiting for a tap of this level, anticipating a little bit of a reversal on here. Okay. That's me, Chad. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's see what I missed in the chat here. Telling me to skip the song. Okay. Let's have a look here. Kiggs gave us a banger yesterday, so no pressure. Kiggs has been on a roll lately. Right now, out of the entire office, Kiggs in the winning streak. He is killing things right now. I'm in a bit of a losing streak. Mo is about half and half. Chris, where is Chris? I think Chris is about half and half as well. So no pressure at all. No pressure at all. Miles also. Has Miles given you 15 in a row? Holy crap, I didn't even notice. Okay, so Keegan and Miles are on massive streaks right now. Yes, 15 in a row. Miles is killing it. Jeez. And the man hasn't bought me lunch once. How rude. What on earth is USD MXN? Okay, we have 3 minutes until they open. I'm curious. What on earth is that pair? USD M. Mexican peso. Okay. Yes, man. Do I look like Jeff to you? I just because it has a chart and it moves doesn't mean I want to trade it. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Chad, this is what you call the homeless maker. Look at that. Jeez. How long has this been? Since November. Just straight up chop. It breaks out, gives you a little bit of... Like, what happened here? Was this news induced? Freaking opened... Yeah, see, Chad, what on earth is this? Hey, SA. No. This is not a pair to trade. However, having saying that, once we break out of this consolidation, a massive move is probably going to come out. Because, I mean, it does move when it wants to move. But, geez, what has happened here? You know, I'll put an alert there. I'll put an alert there. No. It'll probably break to the upside. When it breaks, it'll probably break to the upside. Well, let's see. I'll play around with it. But, yeah, that's a chart and a half. Okay. Okay, Chad, we're plugged in. We're ready to go. Wait to see what happens at this level. Just make sure I'm nice and zoomed in for you folks. Okay, let me go fetch that whistle quick. All right, Chad, markets are open and in motion. How many rounds has it been? 2, 4, 6. This is round 7. Round 7. Fight. Let's go. All right. So our move is setting up now nicely. I am going to look for a really good rejection from this because we don't know if it's going to reject off this weekly S2. Might want to reject off previous daily lows. I think I'd prefer that because if we don't get volume at the previous daily low, then that's a really good indication of a reversal. So we're going to see how that plays out. Very, very interesting to see. Ethereum USD. Nah, bruh. Y'all will trade anything, won't you? USD SEC. Okay, we have our alert there. We might as well have a little bit of fun while we're waiting. Okay, let's start with, what is that even? USD. What is this? Swedish krona. What is a Swedish krona? Oh, geez, this has been taking shots. Okay, see, this ain't that bad. Oh, okay. It's been in a massive range, but you get some moves here. We broke past this little low here, indicating some bearish price action is in order. However, it's been one-way traffic this whole time. A pullback is due at some point. Geez, what do you Oaks trade? Now I'd imagine, was this fundamentally driven? Because this has been a lot of one-way traffic on here. I mean, the US dollar has been taking shots, but that badly? If we apply the same rules I apply, I don't know if it works as well on these pairs. What is all these open gaps? I don't like gaps like this. Nah, Chad, what do you guys trade? What is this? Nah, I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. I don't like it. We've had bullish price action since yesterday, bearish price action since there. It doesn't tend to respect its own Asian range in terms of retesting both sides. We can see there Asia lows broke, Asia highs remained untested. Here, Asia lows remain untested. Straight to the Asia highs. Tested both, picked the side, tested one way. So anecdotally, I can just tell you this thing tends to want one-way traffic. So if I'm right, then now that we've broken past Asia highs today, this thing will probably remain bullish rest of today without retesting Asia lows. So something along this line. If the last couple days hold true for how this thing tends to move. Which anecdotally somewhat, it picks a side for the most part and just keeps going. So we'll see. We'll come back and see if I'm right. I'm going to leave the arrow right there. What else do you guys say? Ethereum to US dollar? How is crypto? Crypto's been taking shots as of late. How are we looking on the ETH? How are we looking? Yo, Chad, check that new recent low. Now's the time to buy. Buy right there. Buy yourself some Ethereum. Hold to all-time highs. There's a signal for you right there. I'm buying crypto. Same thing on, where's Bitcoin? Bitcoin at 83,000. Ripple at 2.2. Now's the time to buy. Now's the time to buy, Chad. I'm going all in on crypto. I'm selling my house. I'm going. Hashtag, this is not financial advice. Do not listen to me. You will lose money. You will lose a lot of money. That's blow your account stuff. Yo, there's just some pairs that are just not conducive to making money at all. I hope you're doing well. I paused the challenge yesterday with Vault Fund. I haven't received any email thereafter. Marco, you should receive one today, depending on what time you pause the account. It takes a little bit of time for the tech team to review all the trades that led to you pausing, and after the tech team approves it, then it gets handled over to support, who then emails you. So depending on what time of day that happens, there might be a little bit of a delay. But if you have not received any word by like 12 o'clock today, just email support and ask them what's up. Ed, when you say you're waiting for rejection, are you waiting for the 15 minutes? Yeah, so I'm waiting for the 15 minutes to touch this level and then close above it. So that's what I'll be waiting for on US 30 right now. There, either that or for price to reverse, go back into Asia lows, retest it, and then I'll go for Asia highs. So one of those two, whichever happens first, will be the play. Literally just got the mail in for review, they say. Okay, cool. Glad you got that. And then at some point, you're going to have a chat with me. No degens allowed. Chat, I was so close to chalking someone a couple days ago. Oh, I was so close. He was saved by his trading history. His trading history showed he was okay. He had a good enough trading history where I'm like, okay, we can take a shot on this guy. But the answers he was giving me, I'm like, you sound like a proper degen. Like, no, man. Chad, I'm telling you now, Chad, we don't want degens. Consistent, professional traders. That's what Vault Fund is about. This guy, this oak was seconds away from me not allowing him forward. Oh no, that was close. What am I getting a red card for? What happened now? Neo, tell me, come speak to Ed. Like, oh, was it for my crypto chat? What's a risk interview? What's a risk interview with Ed based on? So it's if you pause phase 1, phase 2, just before you get your funded account, you have a little chat with me. I'm basically trying to suss out if you're a degen or not. And also just building a profile, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to level up. Basically what Vault Funder wants to do, we want to get to a space where we're A-booking the majority of our funded traders. However, A-booking traders is a very expensive business, requires a lot of time, a lot of resources. So you can imagine the frustration when you A-book a dude and then 2 trades later he blows his account. It's like, what was all the effort for? So we're trying to figure out which traders we want to A-book and which traders we don't want to A-book. Is in a nutshell what we're trying to do. Still a work in progress. We don't have all the systems in place yet, but this is our first step towards getting all those systems in place. What makes a degen? Well, if your entire plan is I'm going to risk 5% on this singular trade, grow or blow the account, that's step 1 to being a degen. Or if you're like, oh no, I take like 30 trades a day, easy stuff, 400 trades a month. That I'm like, okay, that doesn't incite confidence in your trading abilities to me. That seems a little like gambler type behavior. Check out Ed missed my name after that red card. Oh, looking at the DAX. Okay, give me 1 sec. I saw a red card and got offended. I'm like, what did I get a red card for? What did I do? And if someone has been kamikaze, what? If someone has been a kamikaze and blew many accounts with no risk management, can one start a new account with risk management? Yes. So if you have been a DGen in the past, blowing your account, well, it depends. Have you been blowing challenges or have you been blowing funded accounts? Because if you've been blowing multiple funded accounts, we're not gonna like chalk you on like your first one or two offenses. But if you have a known history of like, nah, dude, you're just a gambler of note, and even how you passed your phase 1 and phase 2 was gambler-like activity, at some point it'll be like, listen, you're not the kind of guy we're looking for here. Because at the end of the day, like Chad, like even like prop firms are a business. We're not just giving people capital for shits and giggles. Like it's a, listen, we're going to trust you with a little bit of capital. There's a fee in the application process of you're essentially interviewing to be part of our team. Is essentially what a prop firm should be. Other prop firms have taken the easy way route where they fluff up the system, create all these hidden rules to try and get as many challenge fees as possible, and that's how they make their profits. But the original idea was, we're a business. We want really profitable, successful traders on our books to work for us. There's an application process in order for you to prove that you can be one of those. The application process requires you to pay a fee. If you pass, the reason why you get a refund on the application process, the reason why you get that refund in the first place is you're now essentially working for us. So, hey, because you successfully passed your application to work for us, here's your application fee back. Here's capital. You trade this capital for us. You keep 80% of those profits. We keep 20% of the profits. You are a independent contractor working for the company. So in that model, if we decide, listen, we don't actually want to hire you as one of our independent contractors, it's within the prop firm's right to be like, listen, we don't want your business. Here's your money back. Go find your business elsewhere. So I think the way the industry has shifted, people have lost sight of like, we're not just giving people money for shits and giggles here. Like you're not this entitled customer who's like, oh, but I gave you my money. You should let me trade like a DGen all I want. It's like, no, we're looking for independent contractors to work for us. That's the vibe. I can't remember what the original question was, so I'm not sure if I answered that all the way through. What was the question? All right, if someone kamikaze, okay, no, I answered that. Check out German 30. I'll check that in a bit. DGen is literally Chris. Let's take a step. Listen, Chris can be a DGen sometimes. Chris can be a DGen sometimes. Let's be honest. I will never forget. What was it? There was some news event that we traded. I think Chris had, I can't remember what it is. I'm going to make up numbers for the sake of story's sake. But I'm going to say he probably put like 10K on that trade or something of the sort. And blew most of it. Dude had $2,000 left. And now from having 10 to losing 2, I don't know if it was 10 exactly. It might have been 8, it might have been 6. But it was a substantial amount. So the 2 he had left was a tiny percentage of what was originally at stake. But 2,000 Rand is still a bag. Did Chris not be like, oh shit, Chad, only have $2,000 left. I'm just going to throw this at the market. We'll see what's going to happen. And then instantly blew the 2K he had left. And I was like, what on earth is this man doing? He managed to save 2K and just threw it all back. And then immediately after he lost it, first words out of his mouth is like, I'm a fucking idiot. I will never forget that day. That was I haven't laughed that hard since. Frick, that was funny. And he beat himself up about that 2K for a good couple of days. He brought it up random. We would be in conversation about something else, and he'd be like, I can't believe I blew that 2K. And if you don't class someone as a book, you condemn that person to what? You condemn that person to become a better trader. Just wonder if So what it is if you're not a total degen, like a total degen you've blown like 10 accounts by now, blah, blah, blah. So we're not going to A book everyone. But there are some guys who are going to keep on the books as B book. You'll be able to trade. You'll be able to do your thing. There are incentives for the guys who will eventually be A booked. Slightly better conditions, slightly faster executions because they'll be going to a different like liquidity provider and all that jazz. But the guys who are B booked, you'll still be able to trade. You'll still be in the mix. You just won't receive a lot of the same benefits the A book guys are getting. Again, a lot of this is still hypothetical systems that we're working towards. Not everything is ironed out yet. Some of these are like blue sky, what we hope and dream for the industry. So don't take what I'm saying as gospel right now. A lot of these rules don't yet apply, but that's the kind of thing that we're looking toward. That's the kind of thing like FTMO does, because FTMO also has a whole risk process interview and all that. They A-book certain traders. FTMO even salaries a couple of their more successful traders, which is the type of thing that we want to do. We want to salary a couple traders, keep them on the books, trade, give them bigger and bigger amounts of capital. That's the kind of thing we're looking at doing. See here. Mouse just jumped. Wait. Eurozol. I want to ask a question here. What is your decision-making process on picking a pair? Because I'm realizing now, looking at the question, in the how long have I been trading for? 2 and a bit years? In the 2 and a bit years I've been trading for, I have never once thought to look at the euro to the rand. I don't think it's ever occurred to me. So what's the decision-making process on like picking a pair? Like what are you guys looking for there? I would love to know. Is that not going to drive people away from Vault Funder because it sounds very specific to a certain trader only? Well, that's the thing. It's a everyone can apply, everyone can trade, and as long as you're not a total degen, there's a space for you at Vault Funder. It's just that the most professional specific traders are the ones who are going to reap the biggest benefits of things. So like, very similar to what FTMO does. So like FTMO has their own tier system. That I can't remember what they call it. A hint that I'm not a part of it yet. I can't remember what they call it, but they have this whole tier system where their most profitable traders get put into a certain class of their own with certain benefits and all that. That's what Vault Funder is going to do. If you're the average trader, you're a newbie, you're somewhat consistent, somewhat profitable, you'll be able to make your money. Like I don't think right now to date has Vault Funder denied a payout. I don't think we've denied a payout yet. I stand under correction. Last time I checked, we hadn't denied a payout. So if you come in, you pass your challenges, you're consistent enough in your trading that you're like, okay, cool, this person's good enough to take a bet on, or at least doesn't have enough red flaggy behavior to deny access to. You come in, you make your money. If you full send an account once you're live and you're funded and it works out for you, you'll get paid out. It's a thing. But at some point, it's like, okay, cool. Like if you're the type of gambler who like you bought 2 accounts, you're arbitraging, you're going long on one, short on the other. That's when it's like, listen, you're not part of the cool kids, guy. You're not part of the cool kids. So it all depends. Like there's a lot of prop firms out there with different conditions, different rules, different appeals. So it all goes down to what are you after? If you know you're the type of gambler type trader and you're just looking for a quick bag, there are prop firms out there who will facilitate that. There are prop firms out there, if you make too much of a bag, they choke you. You can be consistent, profitable, good risk management. You earn too much money, they choke you for that reason. There's all kinds there. So we're trying to model ourselves as closely to what FTMO did in their rise up as possible. We're trying to be the next FTMO. Basically, is the hope and dream here. Maybe a better FTMO. FTMO, but from Ferrari. That's the goal here. That's the goal here. Prop firms are such a double-edged sword. Hey man, like that. It goes down to the whole thing. How I like to think of it is, how can I put it? If you go to a bank, the bank's ultimate goal is to make money for themselves. They're not here trying to make you money. They're providing a service that is beneficial to you. In exchange for that, they get a slice of the pie. They charge you fees. They charge you this, blah, 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 blah. Prop firm, same thing. No one's going to give you money for shits and giggles. Just because, like, hey, listen, you seem like a really nice dude. If you give me $1,000, I'm going to give you $10,000 just because I like you. Doesn't really work that way. It's like, listen, give me $1,000. I'll allow you to prove yourself. And if you prove yourself as someone I can trust with my money, you can keep the $10,000. I want 20% of whatever you make. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. Good. And what are you getting out of it? You only had $1,000. You didn't have 10,000. Now you have access to the buying power of 10,000. That's the win for you. The win for us is I now have a bunch of you making money for me. You keep the bulk of it. I take a slice of the pie because I gave you access to the capital. You wash my hand, I wash yours. And that's how it's meant to be. Mutually beneficial. And that's why I say, but the biggest red flag I see with prop firms out there is if you can't figure out where that prop firm is making their money, that's a red flag to me. So for instance, now there's a prop firm who has like an 80% discount on their challenge fee. And I'm like, hey, why are you so desperate for money that you're giving 80% off? B, there's something stupid like you can get up to 100% of the profit split. They don't keep, and I'm like, it's not super obvious where this prop firm is making their money. Their challenges are super cheap. They're not taking a slice of the pie off whatever you make. And that suggests to me, listen, you're never going to get your money out of these people. Once you pay in, it's not coming out. Because if any money comes out, they go bankrupt. So if it's not super obvious how a prop firm is making their money, what their upside is, 9 times out of 10, it's a scam. I'm telling you now, if you look at all the other prop firms who have fallen, they're all the prop firms with the easiest rules, with the lightest conditions, with the cheapest prices. And that's because there was not enough upside on their side to keep them running long term. Like a prop firm is an expensive business to run. It is you would be, I was shocked when I saw some of the operational costs here. Before you've sold a single challenge, there is hundreds of thousands of rands that go out the window month on month. Before you've paid a salary, before you've sold a single challenge, before a single person has traded hundreds of thousands of rands every month, month on month. And this does not include the building or the infrastructure. It's just the tech behind the prop firm. Like, prop firms are an expensive business. So you need a lot of money to start one. You need a lot of money to keep it running. And if it's not obvious how this prop firm is making money, like prop firms go bankrupt within months. Like 2 months of bad business and suddenly they don't have enough to pay out their traders, which is what happened to the funded trader. They had their whole tech issue or whatever it was. Their sales dropped by like 70% 1 month. Struggled to recover month 2. By month 3, the funded trader was choked. And they were one of the biggest prop firms in the world at the time. But they didn't have the operational costs or the operational savings. What's the word I'm looking for? They didn't have the savings to cover the operational costs for anything longer than 2 months before they were choked. And that's because they were giving discounts every single month. It was just, yeah. It was a system designed. It was a system designed for a constant, steady inflow of new traders coming in. And in the short term, that can make a prop firm a lot of money. In the long term, very risky business to get into because you need 2 bad months and suddenly you're bankrupt. Price? Is it just me or is price slow today, Chad? Still focusing on the trade. I'm waiting for a tap of this level here. We're getting pretty close to it. How big are these candles? No, I mean, that's a 70 pip candle. It's not that bad. Maybe I'm just impatient. And if there's a chart for it and we are trading it, I'm not gonna discriminate any chart. We want to make money. Listen, bruv, if that's how you work, you go for it, guy. You go for it. someone like Bonang, would he be considered a trader? I'm not too familiar because Bonang entered the system before I was a part of it. So I don't know if they have A-booked him or want to A-book him or what his deal is. I know Mo trades a very similar style to him. From what I've seen, good risk management, good win rate. But yeah, I haven't followed him too closely, so I wouldn't really be able to comment on that. Juice would definitely be considered a book trader. Juice is in Juice we trust. In Juice we trust. You guys are more user friendly. You guys are more user friendly than FTMO already. We're trying to be. Yeah. Listen, running a prop firm, tricky business, very tricky business because you also have to manage expectations of the clients. You have to manage expectations of the not investors, but like the people who have put money into the business, who require money to come out of the business. You manage their expectations of the traders. You have to think about the long-term survivability of because if the prop firm goes down, everyone loses, unfortunately. So prop firm has to keep running. The traders need to be kept happy. The conditions need to be good. What's the word I'm looking for? The executions, the spreads, and all of that requires a lot of, and it's expensive to have good executions. Like that's why a lot of prop firms, a lot of brokers are notorious for having bad spreads and bad executions. A, it's expensive to get those. B, it's also a way they try and make money off you by giving you slightly worse executions. So with Vault Funder, especially with indices and how good its executions and spreads are, that's a costly endeavor. But it's what the traders expect to get. So it's always a balancing act of trying to get it right. 80% of those who pass phase 1 don't pass phase 2. So it'd be a waste. Most people pass phase 1, don't pass phase 2. And again, it's all psychology. There's some people, I've seen some stats from like really consistent trading. Everything looked amazing phase 1, passing phase 1 in like 10, 11 trades, took a few losses here, took a few wins there, but like a really nice growth curve. Come to phase 2, suddenly the dude's full sending it because he's impatient. And I'm like, it's all psychology. Or similar thing, pass phase 1, pass phase 2, blows the account before a payout in the funded phase. And I'm like, dude, you needed one win, park the bus, get your money, and you're good. Like I can't on the back end. I can see how much money in payouts is due to the traders at any given day. So every now and again, I'll check and be like, how much are we meant to pay the traders this month? And that number will shoot up and then shoot down and then shoot up and then shoot down. And I asked Chris, like, why does the number change so frequently? It's like someone was owed a bag and then blew their account before we could pay them. And I'm like, there's one trader in particular. I won't name names. I will not name names. But there's one trader in particular who was owed something stupid, like 200,000 Rand, 300,000 Rand, something in that ballpark. They've made those profits already. It's sitting there. All they need to do is wait for their payout date, and they're going to get about 200, 300,000 Rand. And VF is ready to pay them. Money's in the bank. As soon as an amount that big is like in the cards, it's like, okay, listen, the accountant gets called. Make sure that money is available. Their payout date is on this day. We want to make sure we pay them out. Because like that amount of money, if there's any delays, I can understand as a trader, you're a little hesitant. We're like, listen, that money is ready to go. It's in the bank account. We've processed it. The payout is in like 10 days or something stupid. Did the man not blow his account on daily drawdown soon after? I kid you, on daily drawdown, there was still profits in the account to be withdrawn. I think they took it from like 200, 300K to like 150-ish, 140-ish K. They still owed that, blew the account in daily drawdown. And I'm like, you absolute degenerate of a human being. I'm not going to name names though. Oh, that was priceless. Chad, I would quit trading after that. If I did that to myself, if I had a 300K payout with my name on it, and I blew the account afterwards, I would, Juice, was that you? Oh my gosh. On daily drawdown, no less. I was shook. I was absolutely shook. Chad, prices in the range right now. We're waiting for either test of that level. I'm going to run out of alerts. Test of that level or back into Asia lows on either NAS or US 30. I'm preferring US 30 if I'm being honest with you. It's a little bit cleaner. NAS has the EQ and daily pivot in the middle of the range. Might make reactions off here a little bit more volatile. US 30 just a little bit cleaner with the daily pivot and EQ higher up. We have a little bit more clean price action in between. So yeah, looking for a trade. I want to trade, but we ain't going to rush for it. I ain't going to be a degen today. No, sir. All the cuts Elon have done with Trump government spending still hit a record $603 billion last month. Probably also why the shares are shitting, because the investors are worried. Listen, there's some turbulent times in the U.S. right now with between Trump's tariffs, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. With all the changes and policies that they're doing there, it's a little bit turbulent. I don't know if this turbulence is like a short-term growing pains type of thing, because Donald Trump's only been in power, since January 20th? So we're approaching 2 months now, and things are going to reverse, or if this is going to be the trend, it's a little bit too early to tell. But things are looking a little bit on the sweat-inducing side. Ed, can you please explain the reverse grubber? So basically, the reverse grubber is exactly that. So the grubber kick would be trading from the EQ. So you wait until price gets the EQ. You either long or short based on whatever your daily bias for that day is. So for me, the grubber play for today would be shorting from the EQ. I'd wait for like a proper rejection here. We do have the yearly pivot above the EQ, which was tested yesterday. So will it be tested again today? Maybe, maybe not. There is about 60 pips between the EQ and the yearly pivot. So if it was going to be retested again today, I would wait for like a proper rejection off the EQ. But assuming you got that rejection, how Keegan does it is he would do a 30 pip stop. Oh, no, that is a 3 pip stop. 30 pip stop. There. And about a 1:2 or 1:3 off the EQ there. So something in that regard. So bounce off the EQ, grubber kick, out. What a reverse grubber is instead of trading from the EQ, you're trading toward the EQ, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. So I'm trying to get either off the daily, whatever it is, weekly S2, either off the weekly S2 or Asia lows. Right now, it looks like we still might get it from either one, based on what price action is doing. Let's assume the weekly S2, you would go 30 pip stop off there, or maybe a little bit more depending on volatility. And then why I like the reverse grubber more is what you could do now if it breaks into Asia lows, you'd be pretty confident it will go into Asia highs. And with that 30 pip stop, you would get like an 11R trade if this worked out. Because of how the size of these candles, you might want to go a little bit of a bigger stop. But even if you went a 60 pip stop, you would still getting almost 6R trade if you aim for Asia highs, maybe even aiming for the EQ itself. So that's the reverse grubber. The reason I like the reverse grubber is, especially if you know the EQ is a good turning point for price for that day, you tend to get a little bit better RR off the reverse grubber than you do the grubber. However, the reverse grubber, not as high a win rate as the grubber kick itself. So the higher RR kind of makes up for the lower win rate. If we get off Asia lows, then the win rate tends to be a little bit higher. Off the weekly S2 to be a little bit lower. Once we break back into Asia lows, more often than not, we do end up taking Asia highs. So We're gonna see where it gets it. Although if I get it off here, it's a bigger move, so I'll be a little bit happier to take it off there. But we'll see how it goes. Anything I missed there? So if a trader is spending $700 to $1,000 a challenge, but losing them quicker, does the prop firm not make more money? The prop firm does, but you're sort of making a bet on your the traders that you're taking in to suck. Which again, like the funded trader, makes you a lot of money in the short term until a new shiny prop firm offering cheaper prices. Because someone who's spending $1,000 a challenge and continuously blowing their challenges, they're going to want to look for a cheaper deal at some point. They're going to want a cheap deal somewhere. So if Mzansi Funder opens up and their challenges are $500 as opposed to $1,000, that trader is going to want to go there because they can afford more challenges and they can blow more there. That's not a very consistent customer. And like I said, exactly what happened to the funded trader. They had something stupid, like they had tens of thousands of traders in their books. They went through one rocky period where MetaQuotes left the US. They had to swap over to Seed Trader and the like. They were turbulent times for like 2-3 weeks. No one was buying challenges anymore, and they fell off a cliff. Now, if they had a large amount of A-booked traders under their books who were making them actual money in the live markets, the fact that people weren't buying challenges wouldn't have been a problem for as big a problem. They would have been able to survive a lot longer until people came back. So I see that's the thing, long-term survivability of the prop firm. That's the key. That's the reason why FTMO is so big. If FTMO didn't sell a single challenge for the next year, I think they have enough money to keep themselves running comfortably. With how many A-book traders they have in their books, the fact that they have their own brokerage, the fact that they're in real estate now and they own real estate, the company can survive not selling a single challenge for a long time. So that's the thing. It's short-term profits versus long-term sustainability. That's the balancing act here. I will admit, though, I might not be articulating all of it perfectly. A lot of this does go over my head. It's quite a complicated business to run, which is why Chris is starting to get gray hairs. But yeah, it is a large balancing act between keeping the traders themselves happy and also keeping the business in a healthy enough position that it can keep running long term. Like I said, if the prop firm goes under, everybody loses. Ed is waiting for the reverse scrubber. Can't understand the scrubber strat. I'm slow. Does the price action have to break the break Asian before hitting the EQ, or does it matter? Well, it depends how aggressive you want to be with the grubber. So I know how Keegan traded it originally. He would literally set a buy or sell limit on the EQ, 30 pip stop, 3R target, and then that's that. He would wake up in the morning, look, figure out his daily bias, whether he was buying or selling off the EQ, and that was that. Good. I am a little bit more of an anxious trader than that, so I like to see what price action does when he gets the EQ. Possibly because I don't always trust my daily bias that explicitly. Also, with Trump getting into power right now, the moves are a little bit more volatile. I've seen price go like 50, 60 pips from the EQ, bounce off like a daily pivot or a yearly pivot or something, then make its bearish move that you were anticipating. So I don't feel like getting wicked out of a really good trade when I was right on direction. So I like to wait until I see the reaction of the EQ, either on the 5 minute or the 15, based on that reaction, then enter reactively. So just waiting for that extra little bit of confirmation. I will admit, though, that Grubber Kick, I think, if I took stats-wise, probably the most profitable play in my arsenal. Yeah, I think the Grubber Kick would be the Grubber Kick / the Asian range. I think the Asian range Grubber Kick, which to me is more or less the same thing, because if I took the Asian range play, it would technically be the reverse Grubber to there, and vice versa. So, but yeah, I think that's the most profitable play I got. And what is the S1 and the pivot in R1 and that blue? Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what you're asking me, Lyndon, because you've been here long enough that you should know what the daily pivot and the S1 and the R1 are. But to answer the question the way I understand it, so this little gray block here, that's the Asian range. So top of the block is Asian high, Asian low. Oh, and I'm speaking crap, man. I was about to say, there's no freaking way you don't know the answer to that. You learned that the same time I learned it. But for anyone who's actually watching who doesn't know. So, Asian range. So that was the highest point price got to during the Asian session, lowest price point price got to during the Asian session. The idea being that the Asian session is the first session of the day. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. The Asians get the first crack at trading for the day. So the range that they set tends to be an important range because as the market moves on, as London starts to wake up, as the Americans start to wake up, they look at what their Asian brethren did the day before. Those tend to be important key levels for them, and they use that to trade off. So once Asian lows have been taken, typically if you break back into that Asian range, you know price is probably going to retest those Asian highs. So the EQ being what the middle point between the high and low of yesterday's entire day's worth of price action tends to be a level that price gravitates towards. And your daily pivot S1, S2 are algorithmic calculated levels based on previous price action. So the yearly pivot based on the previous year's price action, daily pivot based on the previous day's price action. And those support levels are mathematically calculated levels that, again, the large institutes, the algorithm, the market makers, whatever you want to call it, tend to react off those levels, respect those levels to some degree. Okay, hope that makes sense. What time does the Asian market close? On this indicator, 6 a.m. What's our time? GMT plus 2? 6 a.m. GMT plus 2 is when it closes according to this indicator, and I think that's, that should be accurate. That should be accurate. Loving the stream so far. Thank you, brother. I know it's a different sort of stream. I am a very different trader. It's a very different person to Keegan and Chris. So I appreciate the vote of confidence here, team. I want to feed you guys a banger trade. Price is taking its time to set itself up. Ed, full port GU longs. I haven't looked at GU in... Is GU even still on my thing? I don't even have GU on my thing anymore. I have abandoned baby GU. GPBU. What? No. GBPUSD. I quit GU the same time I quit SMC. I was like, you know what? Because I traded the crap out of GU that I was still doing SMC. You say we should full port longs on GU? I mean, bounced off the EQ, bounced off the daily pivot, back in the Asian range. So as an example, if you're taking this on the 5, would that have gotten you a better entry? Retest the Asian lows there. You could have gone boom, bam. Maybe a nice little 15 pip stop there. Aim for Asia highs. Nice little 1:1. Boom. I'm not doing that. That's maybe what I would have done. We'll see if those GU longs full ported work out. Good luck with that. Ed, give my mate a shout out. His name is. Now you see, you were let down by the fact that I'm a slow reader when it comes to pronouncing names. So I caught the joke there before I said it out loud. How else would you pronounce that? Haywood. How do I say it without saying it? That's a good one, though. Oh, that's a good one. Also, Brian, you're not quite my type, eh? You're not quite my type. You're I don't particularly have a type, but it's definitely not you, chum. London is chalked. New York would be better. Yeah, listen, London is not Londoning. Although that's what I get for trying to trade indices during London. It sometimes does this. This is the reasons why Keegan's pretty much abandoned trading London at all right now. Jonathan, what's up? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Hey, GU, it's cuck. What? GU is cuck. It's good that you don't look at. Let me think now. GU. Up until just recently, GU probably gave me the most money out of everything I've traded. Up until recently, I think US30 and NAS have taken over now. But up until last year, November, GU probably fed me the most. But it was just the juice was barely worth the squeeze, man. GU gave me a headache. Hey, I want that trade as well, exactly like that. It just looks like crap, right? Nah, GU's been weird lately. I gave up on it. Okay, we're gonna see. I'm really itching for a trade this morning. See if we're gonna get it. Price action is being slow today. Also, I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute right now. It is. What's the word? It's challenging being the only one on stream and having to like not keep dead air going. I feel like I've been talking for the last hour and a bit now. Oh, I much respect to Chris and Keegs. Like, this is fun. I'm enjoying myself. Really am. But, jeez, I can't imagine doing this every day, twice a day, 5 days a week, all year, no breaks, nonstop. This is a shift, guys. Jeez. It is a shift. And also, like, trying to, like, okay, let me keep the entertainment value going. Also, I need to focus on this trade I'm looking at setting up. Also, if I take this trade, I know a whole bunch of people are going to take it with me. And if I'm wrong, we all wrong. And we both going to eat some stops today. It is a shift. Now, much respect to anyone who does this full time. Ed, it's also my most profitable pair. I just don't like how it moves. It has some... And the news candles can be ferocious on GU, eh? And the fact that you have to look out for, like, European news, pound news, and USD news... Sometimes even Canadian news affects GU. I'm like, it's just, no, it's a headache. It is a headache. My phone is blowing up today. Everybody wants some of the id. Everybody want a piece of me. Oh, it looks like I might have some risk interviews scheduled for today. Lovely. 1 o'clock. Okay, cool. I will admit, I am impressed with how many people do get funded. Like I thought the whole I suppose on the percentage basis does still make sense, but like I have done a crap ton of risk interviews this year. A crap ton. I'm quite impressed with how many of the Chad are getting funded. Like I think like every 3 out of every 4 interviews I do, it's a Chad member getting funded, which is quite sick. That is quite nice to see. There was one dude I interviewed the other day. Literally, he was like, somebody, okay, what's your process? What's your strategy? And he was like, no, I just trade the Kraken with keys. I'm like, oh, like nothing else. He's like, nope. Been trading the Kraken the last couple weeks. Now I'm funded. That was it. Now I'm like, respect. The stream has been feeding people. I should actually check how the guy's doing. He's based on the Kraken the last couple days, man should be waiting for a little payout now. I want some, Ed. Want some what? One thing about me, I will talk shit and not remember a single thing I said. Session change time. London is still the same time. New York is an hour earlier. Oh, you want some id? I want some id. Oh. I read that as I want some id. Okay, everybody wants a piece of id. I am hot property right now. I am on the market. Come get me. It's gonna cost you an 86. Oh, Roxanne. Okay, come on. Get back in the Asian range. Do something for me. I will admit, Chad, I don't particularly like it when price gets this close to tapping a level and doesn't. Because to me, that suggests that this was intentional. Like, we don't get this close to a level and just not touch it for shits and gigs. Like, either we're coming back for it later, or this is like to catch the early buyers and we're going to come to it now, or we're going to buy from now, we'll hit the EQ, then we'll return for it. But you don't just reverse that close to a level without touching it. Like I smell manipulation in the air. There's liquidity sitting right there. It will not be me. I got 86 cents. Lynn, you have to do better than that, bruv. You're gonna have to do better than that. Open up the thermal heat mat. Chom, I don't even know where that. Wait. I don't even know where that thing is. Let alone how to read it. What's it even called? Bookmap? Bookmap. Chad, has Chris taught you how to? I don't always get a chance to watch the streams all the way through anymore. Has Chris taught you what this thing is about and how it works? All right, let's let this thing load. Let's let this thing load. I do not understand, and he's gotten good at reading it, eh? I do not understand a single thing he is looking at with that thing. How long does this thing take to load? Let's see if we can read it, Chad. Let's see if we can look at the book of maps. Catch a trade. I think Chris said there was like something stupid, like 8 hours of video content he had to go through to learn how to use it. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I will trust his opinion on it. He should just tell me buy or sell and when and why. It's a degen map. Simulation mode, trading mode, I'm just gonna go okay. Okay, Chad, let's see what's up here. Let's move price there. Okay, I can move price there. Okay. Okay, I see a bubble. The bubble has a dollar sign. What's that mean? And what? Now, which pair is called what? They have weird names for the pairs too. I don't know what I'm. Chad, what is this? How do you read this thing? Which one's which? Oh, there's bubbles and shit too. Ah, Chad. I feel like I'm playing like a random version of Space Invaders or something. Somebody explain this thing to me. NDX is NAS. Okay, I'm not even seeing NDX. Wait, which one's US 30? Hey, man. Okay, wait. Let's in Google we trust. Bookmap US 30 symbol name. Okay, they have a symbol table. I don't want futures. I want what's indices? Or do I want futures? I don't even know what I want here, Chad. This is name Dow Jones. Bookmap. Eh? Chad, I don't know what I'm doing here. I have. Wait. Why am? Okay, I think this is US 30. I think. Is this meant to be the candles for US 30? It doesn't really match up. Unless this is on what timeline is this? Maybe. This might be that. If I go into 1 minute, I think it is on 1 minute, eh? Yes, that's the one. We found it. Okay. Boom. There's a big green bubble here. Does that mean we're buying? Does it mean it's bullish? I hear Chris talking about this delta being in the negative. Does that mean we're selling? I wish I paid more attention, Chad. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm quite chuffed I figured out which one was which, though. Can we at least give me a round of applause for that? Yo, okay, don't press random buttons. You might crash the market. Listen. If I figure out the random button that can crash the market, I'm actually gonna be very pleased with myself. Okay. What do these candles mean? Like, is this like how much volume is in there? And this thing is like starting to go bullish. Is that what's all this mean? I don't know what this means. Red means it's a hard barrier. Hard barrier. What's a hard barrier? Who's a hard barrier? I'll show you a hard barrier. Chad, I cannot be governed. I am a problem. I am a problem. I found the ebook on the Bookmap volume, the blue, yellow, red. Blue, yellow, red. Oh, okay. Blue, yellow, red. Weak, middle, strong levels. Okay. So are we like in the weak middle level right now, and these are the strong ones that we have to get through? Set it to 15. How do I do that? I'm gonna start messing with things I have no business messing with. Buyers are stepping in now, but now you should watch that volume node. Is that a volume node? Does this node indicate volume? You see that Mount Kilimanjaro on the right of the screen? It says buy. Oh, this thing? Is that green saying buy now? Chad, this is complicated. Not really changing my plan. We are back above the 200 EMA in the 1 minute, though. So I do think we're going to break into that Asian low, in which case we'll go with the Asian play. What time is it now? It's already an hour into London. Chad, I'm going to give it like 30 more minutes. If we're not in by then, I'm going to choke it. I'm going to call it. Yeah, right in the digital nipple. Digital nipple. Chad, what is this? What is the software? There's heat nodules, there's digital nipples. I don't know what's going on here. I'm plugged into ether today, but not plugged in enough. This is beyond me. Hey, it's Savannah. Chad, this song was stuck in my head the other day. Jeez. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna give up on the book of map. Exit without saving. I don't want to mess with any settings on there. Let's go back to full screens here. Yeah. I'm gonna stick to what I know before I start feeding y'all bad signals. Yo, Chad, the session's been slow. This is. Now, the one thing I do appreciate about not being on stream is when you're not on stream, you can like look and be like, oh, okay, cool, I'm not yet at my level, set my alerts, and then you walk away. You don't have to like stare at the chart print all day. But when you're on screen, it's like I feel like the more time I put into this, the more I'm like, okay, give me a trade already. I've been watching you. I have paid my dues. Can you give me a little something? Ed, I gave you a signal to buy. Why didn't you buy? Rox doesn't want it doesn't want a jet by the weekend. I can't even remember what signal you gave. Was that GU buys? Did that play out? That did not play out whatsoever. What are you telling? What are you talking about? That immediately sank. GU immediately tanked. What do you mean? A jet by the weekend. I love an 86 by the weekend. I'll tell you that much. Oh, Chad. You know when you want something so bad, you're like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do once I get it. And knowing me, I struggle to live in the moment. I will work my ass off for a goal, really work hard towards it. Once I achieve it, it's always like, that was nice. Okay, what's the next thing? So I'm trying to get my head around that and not do that anymore to myself. Like live in the moment. Like I'm gonna be like just randomly like, I need bread. I'm gonna go to the store across town just to fetch some bread. Come back home and be like, I was also meant to fetch milk. Darn it, now I have to go back. Let me go the other side of town for milk. There, over there in Utenake, they make really good milk. Let me. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. Yo, Chad, London is not the one today. Nah, London has not been exciting today. Fabs, check you later. Hope you have a good one. Check you during New York. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more exciting price action then. Cause this is not it, fam. I don't watch this session anymore. Yeah, guy. London is whew. I mean, if you're Miles and you're looking for your 10 pips, London can produce a bag. I don't know how he does his thing. It's not my type of trading style. So I'm here trying to wait for more, and it takes a lot longer to set up. It's a lot more boring. And my neighbor's daughter drives an 86, but she's always driving like 10 kilometers. But come on, man! All that power going nowhere. You should tell your neighbor, like, listen, his daughter is undeserving. He can gift it to me. I will treat that baby right. I will drive it at a very respectful 120 kilometers per hour in the 60 zone. I will be that guy. Although, to be fair, when you drive it slow, you make sure everybody gets to see it. You're like, yes, look at me. Look at the car. Ed, you should have what? You should ask, is she taken? And it... I have been out the game too long. Now that I'm back in it, I'm rusty as hell. Because that was actually a really good point that I completely missed out on. So they asked the question, is she hot and is she taken? What's her name? Do you have pictures? Just for reference. We need to know what's happening here. What's the full story? Yo, Chad, I am rusty as hell. Jeez. When's the last time I was single? It has been a minute and a half. Speaking of a minute and a half, yes, the price is doing its thing so slowly today. So slowly. I'm willing to bet we're actually going to go for that weekly S2 now. I'm willing to bet that's going to be the plan because we're still printing bearish price action here. This is a little boring to watch. There's always running clubs there. Hey, the issue with running clubs is you have to be fit enough to keep up in the club. Like, how am I supposed to meet people if I'm back of the pack? Oh. I actually went on one of the park runs this past weekend. 5K. Nothing magical. Didn't even run it. It was more like a power walk. Were my shins not absolutely chalked afterwards? And not like immediately afterwards. Like next day, I was like, geez, like it. It was a walk. Granted, very hilly. It was like in a little... Forest is too strong a word. It's like on this like little estate thing. Little very outdoorsy. Lots of hills. Like terrainy. I'm struggling to come up with a word to describe it, but geez, Chad, my shins were done for. My hip did not love me. My hip did not love me. So yeah, I don't know if a running club is the solution here, team. Wrong shoes then. I don't own running shoes. Oh, they're kind of running shoes. I don't know. I'm not a runner. I've never been a runner. Not my thing. Not my thing. I'm going to stick to my own proper hunting grounds. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to find some strong gym lifter there in the corner. I'm going to offer her some little gummy worms. And I'm like, hey, do you want to deadlift with me? That will be my play. That will be my play. Oh, it's funny. I'll stick to what I know. Oh, Chad, these headphones are starting to choke the ears now. Dio, yes, indeed. Your boy is single and ready to mingle. If you're cool with baggage. Oh, that's funny. Chad, take care. We'll catch you in New York. Cheers, Juice. Have a good one. I think I'm also on the verge of giving up on this session because, yeah, it has been slow. It has been slow. I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close, Chad. We're going to see what that looks like. But yeah, I am. This session's boring the crap out of me. Ed, since when this happened? Oh, dude, long convoluted story. Officially January? Well, we'll call it January. Although the official date and the actual date, it's a bit of a miss. It's a bit of a miss. But yeah, we'll call it since Jan. I thought you were married, Ed. We were close. We were close. No dice. No dice. But it's alright. We live and breathe. Check y'all later. Cheers, brother. Have a good one. Like, Chad, like we have gone. How long has it been? The session started. When did we start? 9:30. Price opened there at 9:30, and in an hour and a bit, we have gone 46 pips net. What an exciting session. What an exciting session. This has been lovely. Hope those gym bags snatch you before Warren gets back to... What happened to Warren? Is this, where is he, actually? It's... London session is... Yo, dude, this has been very boring. I'm gonna wait for this 15-minute count, Chad. Not that I think this 15 count is gonna do anything. But if we're not in anything by then, we're gonna be done. Yeah, man, where the hell is Warren? Warren should come back. Oh, is he in time? Okay, the time difference probably getting to the man. Shame. That's lovely. Listen, Warren should hit me up. Maybe I should go to Thailand. You know, now that I'm single, might be interesting getting myself a little lady boy. That's a little inside joke between me and my friend group. We have been tuning each other that for the last couple of weeks. So I'm not always convinced it's a joke. Some of them look serious when they say it. Oh, some of them look very serious when they say it. Oh, what did Bradley say the other day? Was it Bradley or Bryson? Who said it? One of them said was that's like the perfect relationship because they look like a woman, but they think like a man because they are one. So like all the benefits of one, all the benefits of the other. I found that hard to argue with. I'm like, you might have a point there. I was on a call with him the other day. He's super locked in on that side. Oh, that's awesome to hear, man. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad he's doing well. Have you seen that Tony guy from... What am I about to look up? What am I about to look up here? Who is this Tony guy? Yes. I have seen these videos. Dude is hilarious. I like this dude's videos. That guy is funny. Linda, what are you red carding? What do you have against lady boys? Chad, I am comfortable enough in my sexuality to say some of those lady boys are absolutely freaking gorgeous. Like, I don't know who your surgeon was, or if it's just a Thai thing to have really feminine features as a guy, but some of them are absolutely beautiful. They can keep their beauty 5 feet away from me. I want to look, I don't want to touch, but I'm okay to look. Oh, that's funny. Lyndon, you need a more open mind, fam. You need a more open mind. It is 2025. These things are... Yeah, what's the term? You need to become woke. Okay, chat, I might give it the next 15 because it looks like we're about to break into that Asian low. We've swapped over bullish. Yeah, we'll see how things go. Ed, that is worrying. Listen, I have been with women my entire life. Maybe it's time to switch things up. Try some. You know a man is heartbroken when he's like, listen, screw the whole gender. I'm switching to... Oh, that's funny. Why am I hearing voices? I think it's the neighbors. Jeez, can you hear them through the wall? Show you can hear them through the wall. That's crazy. Ed, nah, a service is a service, and every man is at least gay once in their lifetime. What's the thing? It's only gay if you're gay. it only counts as gay if you're actually gay. Like, what's this thing? I had a chat with Keegan and Mo at the office the other day. I was like, a lot of the gay. This conversation has devolved. Sure, a lot of the gay porn stars, a lot of the people who appear in gay porn, are actually straight guys. But they do it because A, straight porn for a guy is oversaturated. There's not enough roles for those guys. B, apparently gay porn pays like double. So a lot of those guys are actually straight. And then the question begs, well, like, you know, if you're an actor and you're acting, and part of your role as an actor right now is to sleep with another male, are you gay? And part of the chat was like, listen, it's only gay if you're gay. If you're not gay, it's just your job. Oh, Lyndon's spamming prayer in the chat. Yo, Chad, this conversation devolved. This conversation devolved quite significantly. I don't know how we got to this conversation. Chad, action, finally. Okay, let's see what this candle closes. Okay, we might get a little something. How big is this range? This is actually a massive range. I don't know why it just took so long to get there. Okay. We're gonna see what's gonna happen now. Garrett saying, I go there twice a year. It's difficult. You can't tell the difference unless you ask. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Those ladies are pretty. It is absolute wild card. I say the quiet part out loud is my problem. Someone coming to save Ed. I cannot be. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't. Okay. We're done. Ed's about to get the stream choked. You're supposed to say corn. I apologize. I'm not new. I don't know what these kids be saying. I don't know all these new rules. I am old. How did we get here? I don't actually know. I don't actually know how we got here. It was one topic into another until we ended up in a very degenerate conversation. I don't know how we got here. I apologize, Chad. We will keep it PG from here on out. This is a family-friendly show. We're good. We're good. Lyndon prayed for us. We have exorcised the devil from this conversation. It always varies on stream when the G's are away. Listen. What the last time both G's were away, besides when Miles was on, I think Jev was on, and it turned into like conspiracy theory hour for a while there. So you know, different flavors. You gotta get a little something different when the G's are away. New viewers. It's not like every day. We promise. It might be every day. We don't know. Okay, chat. We are back in the Asian range. So I could be aggressive and just wait for a 5-minute closure, particularly because we have not yet had a 5-minute closure within the Asian range. I might execute on that. What that would potentially look like, let's assume we close there. No way, that's 100 pips. How big is this whole thing? Jeez, like it. So I might do like a 50. Let's go with a 60 pip stop. Let's go with Cracker rules. And we would aim for Asia high, which would be like 175 pip away, almost a 3-hour trade. I'd be happy with that. Assuming we close there, I think that would be the play for today. We'll go with something like that. Is my account funded at the moment, actually? Because someone took a little knocky on, what's this thing called? On, what's this thing called? CPI yesterday. I went with Keegan's bias over Chris's. Boy, did that cost me some money. No hate to Keegan though. I did agree with what his analysis was. You should have seen how smug Chris looked when he was right. Okay, yeah, the account is funded. Okay. Chad, I'm going to execute longs on here. This is quite aggressive, though. We're going to go with a 60 pip stop. We're going to aim for Asia highs, and that's what we're going for. Now, not yet activated yet. This is aggressive, though. For me, I typically wait for the 15-minute closure. I typically wait for the 15-minute closure. However, I'm bored as sin, and I want some action. So we're going to go with the 5-minute closure today. The 15 will be closing in the next less than 10 minutes anyway. I'm going to anticipate. I think we should close back in that Asian range. Okay, finally. I am going to keep my long-term bias on bearish price action, though. I think that the fact that we didn't tap into that weekly S2, I think we're going to come back to it at some point. It is weird hearing noises around here when you know you're meant to be here by yourself. I didn't realize how thin the walls are. You can hear the neighbors here. Anyway. Okay, Chad, we are in on this trade activated. All right. Let's see if we make a bag today, Chad. See if I can feed you a winner. 175 pips, 172 pips. I'd be happy with that. Wouldn't you guys be happy with that? Tell your friends. Oh, crap. We thought we were getting like the G from Wish. Meanwhile, he served us a bag.
Round one, fight.
I keep forgetting. Why did he make that the thing? Okay. Just want to move my stop losses here. Okay. So, sorted and aborted. Who said that? Who said that? Okay. Went straight in some early profits, which is quite nice, break-even point. The thing with the reverse grubber and the grubber itself, really hard to determine the break-even point. The original strat was meant to be a set and forget stop loss or TP type move. Ordinarily, like if I was aiming for like the EQ, my break-even point typically would be like daily pivot Asia high, because that's a nice good point of reversal. But yeah, this one I'm gonna just keep. I'm gonna keep it open. If you want to be conservative, maybe when you get this to a 1:1, so 60 pip would be about there. So you could make your break-even point this level if you want to be conservative and boring. BE level. Cool. We do have a 200 EMA in between that. It can sometimes act as a dynamic level. So if price was going to reversing there would make sense. We have not retested Asia lows, however, on the top side. So something like this, where we still break down, retest Asia lows, then come up for the move, is something we can expect. So if we do see a little bit of drawdown, it won't be something I'm too nervous about. So yeah, hey, looked like I fed you guys a trade after all. If this ends up being a stop loss, could we not tell Chris and Keegan about it? Can we just keep it to ourselves? They don't have to know, right, guys? Come on. Cool bananas, cool beans. Okay. Will it be a normal thing where the vault brokers don't allow you to execute trades during news on a personal account? I used Vault yesterday to trade CPI. It let me execute. What do you mean by, like, did you enter like just before news, a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after? When did you execute? Because I typically use VM for my degen activity. Particularly if I'm trading indices, they're with their lower spreads tends to help. One sec here, chat. Just sorting something out quick. Is a mission being at the office by yourself? Yeah. Had a buy for CPI, then pulled it out with my TP, then wanted to enter the sell after buying, but it wouldn't let me. Is that normal? I will be honest with you. I have not ever, what's this thing? Taken the news trade and then traded immediately afterward in another direction before. So I don't know if that's normal or not. It shouldn't be, but I can't tell you for sure. We're 2 degrees removed from actual vault markets operating system, so I don't actually know. Ed, do you use XM as well? I do not myself personally. I know Keegan and Chris do now, and they're saying nothing but good things about it. I realized because I work for Vault Funder. I don't work for 2Gs. Slight little distinction there. So technically, I can enter for the 2Gs prize because it's a 2Gs XM partnership. So I can enter the prize and potentially win that TV and PS5. And there's nothing in the rules that saying I can't. So I might just join XM, deposit my some weekend money on there, just so I can enter that prize. In case you guys didn't know, it probably in the description down below. You can enter like a little prize with XM and 2Gs. That TV is massive, Chad. That thing is big. It wouldn't even fit in my living room, but I want it anyway. So I think I'm gonna enter just for that. At least the PS5. I've been wanting a PS5 for the longest time. The risk interview guys also takes trades. You know it. You know it. Man ain't just here for show. Man be taking trades. Trump on his knees yesterday. Full margin edge trade. Listen, full disclaimer. You will lose money if you take this trade. This is a losing trade. The risk assessment guy doesn't know what he's doing. It's not too late to leave. You're in profits right now. There's a whole hey Chad, 20 pip gang already eating. There you go. You're welcome. Risk 60 to get 20. That is a perfect risk. So it's the same as the risking 30 to get 10. Miles would be proud. Let's go, Chad. TP1. We're going to call it right now. TP1. There we go. TP1 hit. There we go. Hey, your boy can trade after all. Now one nice bright green. There we go. TP1 hit. W's in the chat. TP1 hit. We're straighten this line out. There you go. Laka. Okay, so we'll give this trade some time to play out. At least we're in a trade right now, so I'm a little bit less bored. I think we're gonna call the stream out at 12. I need to get myself some lunch. I got a risk interview call with some lucky funded trader at 1 o'clock. And then there's the New York stream later on, and I have 1 or 2 errands I want to run as well. So today is going to be a day. And I got a monstrous deadlift session at gym today, so that's going to be fun. That is going to be fun. Ed likes big things, big TVs and big everything. Daddy. Oh, you know me well. You know me well, don't you? I cannot be governed. My loving Lord, something's wrong with me. No, Ed, but I understand it now. You just... What? You just hit a young 4 lots on gold for 10 pips and then you good. Right? 4 lots on gold. Bah, 10 pips. Out. You've made a bag. You leave. Big tie late. No. I want those small. I want those small. Particularly if they're lady boys. I want them small. Okay, I'm done. That was the last one. I swear. This whole stream is gonna get choked. Chris and Keeks are gonna watch this back and be like, "What on earth were you talking about? We're never leaving you alone on stream again." Oh, that's hilarious. Yo, Chad, this is gonna take forever. I suspect, because how big is this Asian range? Actually, the whole Asian range is like 194 pips. This will play out all the way. I think with the New York volatility, this is gonna be a long trade. So we'll see how. Oh, now Rux is praying. Cast Satan out of him. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. At least we saw 0 drawdown with us. That's always nice to see. That's always nice to see. We're about a 1:0.5 now. Listen, Chad, 1:1, really respectable trade. So if you want to get out, I mean, the cracker is typically a 1:1. So at that BE level, if you want to take full profits there at 1:1, you would be well within your right, and it would be a banger of a day. You can't go broke taking profits. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna give it until I say 12 seems like a stretch because I'm getting hungry. Haven't had breakfast yet. I've been struggling to eat in the morning lately, eh? Don't know why. Been struggling to eat in the morning. I told you earlier I was struggling with sleep. Oh, Chad, I had the best night's sleep last night. Just literally closed my eyes, and then next thing I know, I'm hearing my alarm go off, and I'm like, I have not slept throughout the entire night in I don't know how long. Oh, that was beautiful. Woke up feeling like $1,000,000. I'm gonna close at the EQ if it gets there. What I do like is how big the Asian range is. Typically with the smaller Asian ranges, what does tend to happen is we'll go up, we'll stop just before, I lost my train of thought there. What we'll do is we'll go up, we'll dance along, and then just before, or when New York hits, it'll suddenly dip down, kill you, and then do the move. So you'll stair step all the way, maybe you even go break even, and suddenly it'll take you out, then finish the move during New York. I freaking hate when it does that. But typically with a bigger Asian range like this, what's more likely to happen, if we do get some distance between where we're on now, is to probably do this, probably hit the daily pivot, do a young retrace, then come up. Is that what I'm hoping is going to happen, and not actually tap me out. So we'll see. Great trade, Ed. Thank you. You're the risk interview guy. Seems to know what he's doing, actually. Who would have thought? I am surprised 100 of you are still here. Made it to the trade. And hopefully we're going to eat. Make some weekend money. It is my birthday on Tuesday. So planning on having a little bit of fun this weekend. Hey! Have a little bit of a jewel. Have a little bit of a good time. And by good time, I mean a couple friends, some food, and talking shit. That is genuinely my idea of a really good time. A couple friends, good food, like intimate house party vibe. That is my idea of a really good time. So I'm keen for something like that. Keen for something like that. I think it would be good. Actually, I should ask Bjorn what he's doing this weekend. Maybe I can set that up. And we'll do it at his house, because why not? Yeah, I'll pop him a message. See if he's keen. Also, I think I'm just hungry, because why am I thinking about food? Chad, how many of you want to take a bet? Why did the music stop? Do we run out the playlist? Nope, there it goes. Chad, how much do you want to make a bet that Chris is going to end his carnival thing while he's in Cape Town? There's no way Chris keeps his carnivore diet going while in Cape Town. I'm willing to bet. I am willing to bet. There's no way. With Mo there and Keegan there, and Miles is also eating like he gave up on his carnivore like 3 days in. There's no way Chris keeps going. I am willing to bet money on that. You can't eat Bilting for an 8-hour drive. There's no way. There's no way. He will give up on the carnivore. He will give up on it. Chris has this thing. He gets these really fancy ideas in his head. He gives it like a good 2-week effort. And then his ADHD kicks in and he has to move on to the next thing. There's no way he keeps it going. There's no way he keeps it going. He did this with him running 100 miles. He wanted to do a 100-mile run. I think he got like maybe a month into training. That fell off the wagon. He was doing keto for the 100-mile run. He got maybe a month into that. Fell off the railing. He wanted to quit vaping. I think he lasted like 3 months in the quitting vaping thing. Came back on that. What else has there been over the years? Those are the ones that come to mind straight off the bat. I bet he packed a few vapes too, right? I'm telling you. His ADHD gets him all excited on one idea, fixated on it, and then as soon as the dopamine runs out, next. Because right now, like his vape's not here. Nope. Must have taken it with. Worse than cigarettes. I agree. I think puff for puff, cigarettes are probably worse. But if you think of number of puffs you take, cigarettes versus vapes, I think vapes are worse for you. I've seen people like they won't let go of that thing all day, from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. They puffing all day. I'm like, that can't be good for you. He never stopped. He just stopped for the. Not a shame. There was a chunk of time there where he stopped, and you could tell he was struggling. I think not from like an addiction point of view, but from like what's my nervous tick thing gonna be now? My hands feel empty. I need to be doing something. He was struggling for a bit there. I think he broke because he started in the old office. I think he lost it when they moved into this office. And in the move, suddenly I came to pop in one day. I'm like, saw him vaping. I'm like, when the hell did this start again? Hilarious. And then for a while, he started vaping, but he wasn't doing it on stream. So it looked like he still wasn't. And I'm like, that's not very honest of you. So it was a whole thing. Who are you now? Oh.
You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light. And it might taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call
Let me just answer this quick, Chad.
as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time. You won't get away.
Okay, cool. Okay, so almost at that break-even level. That would be at 50% of the move. We do have this EMA to contend with. So once we break and close above that EMA, I'm going to be very confident in the trade, continuing momentum. Again, like I said, once we break back into Asia lows, particularly if we've tested Asia lows a few times before breaking back in, such as here and there, we tend to continue up to at least Asia highs. At the very least, this daily pivot over here. So pretty confident in the trade. I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah, I'll probably not go break even at that break even level. We have not retested Asia lows from the top side, so I can see something like this happening first before finishing the move, in which I'm very okay with waiting out. That is not what I wanted to delete. We'll do that. So yeah, but if you want to be conservative, listen, a 1:1, very good way to get profits out. 60 pips is nothing to scoff at, so y'all. You manage your trade the way you're going to manage your trade. Like I said, don't listen to me. You are going to lose money. All right, this is a solid trade. So yeah, I'm going to go TP. No, you know what? I will go break even when we get to the daily pivot myself. I will go break even there because that is 150 pips away. I might even take profit at the daily pivot because what's left to get after that? Another 16. Yeah, I'm not going to risk 170 something for 16. So I'm actually going to adjust. We'll see how it reacts at the daily pivot. I'll make a decision there. Maybe even trail stop loss to just below there. Give it room to go all the way for the full one, but not risk the entire thing. Yeah, that's probably going to be my plan. Would this trend first come back to the Asia low before into it can, it might not. All depends. So, like I said, this is the fact that we tested Asia low a bunch of times from the bottom side, rejected, went all the way down, and have come back up. It is with a certain level of certainty that the probability is high that we're going to go for the Asian highs now. However, we have gone pretty strong into Asian highs. We might end up stair-stepping, doing something like this, coming up to the Asian highs, or we might come down, reverse. This is some really ugly drawing here. Jeez, Ed. Or we might do a thing where we come back, retest Asia lows before the ultimate move up. The market does what the market does. So it can come up, it can come down. It can decide, like, listen, screw Asia highs completely. We're going bearish from here. Fundamentally, technically, that all can happen. But based on previous price action and tendencies and probabilities, we are going to end up at Asia highs at some point today. How it gets there all depends. So that's what I'm saying. A good break-even point would be at the 1:1, 60 pips up. That is 80 pips from Asia lows. If it's that far past it, it maybe doesn't want to retest it. It still can. It might not. But that would be a 1:1 would be a good point to be like, listen, let me catch my move there, and just protect your funds. Again, you can't go bankrupt protecting your funds either. So either take your profit there or go break even there is the more conservative way to go about it, the safer way to go about it to ensure you lock in profits and secure your funds. The more aggressive, riskier play would be to leave it open until about daily pivot and then maybe cashing out there or at Asia highs. An extended target you could look for is the EQ itself as well. However, I have noticed when the daily pivot and the EQ are this far away from each other, when the overall move is bearish, then sometimes the daily pivot ends up being where price tends to want to reverse from. So I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with this one. I'm not necessarily going to want to short it from the daily pivot. I'll wait and see how it reacts there. I do want to short from the EQ, though. I think that's going to be the play for New York. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening and how we get there. Okay, Chad. We've talked about what the game plan is, how to manage this. We are pretty much at that break-even level. I'm not going to go break-even at this level, but you can. You can also secure your bag there. We've reached 1:1. So we can call that TP2. TP2. Laka Swasa Kraka. There was something I wanted to do before we left. I don't know what it is now. Wait. So we're in a good spot now. I think we're gonna call the stream here. You guys know how I'm gonna manage this trade. You're gonna manage the trade however you want to manage your trade. What you guys can do in the meantime, I think a W in the chat. Come on, this was a good trade. This is a good trade. I fed you 60 pips thus far with another 172 potentially on the line. Come on. Give your boy some credit, some W's in the stream. Let's go. Give me some love. Give me some love. I sat here with you. We soldiered on. We got I'm gonna make this a story actually. The world must know. The world must know. People are being fed pips here. I mean, if this was the cracker, that would be the entire trade. Eh? Keegan van Dijk for who? Keegan van Dijk for what? If this was the look. Showing off 60 pips, I can also give you 60 pips. Yeah. Iole. Oh, I can talk shit. Okay. All right, Chad, here we are live on stream. Got 100 people still on the chat watching. We just got fed over 60 pips in New York with US 30. Still got another 100 pips potentially to go. W's in the chat. If you're not here making money, if you're not here eating with us, what are you doing? Laka. See, there we go. See? Now Chris and Keegan know they can leave me on the stream. We might talk about ladyboys, but the chat will be fit. Oh, yes, that's funny. I need to be stopped. I need to be governed. This is hilarious. Jeez. Okay, Chad. I hope you guys are having a fan-freaking-tastic one. Are you BE already, my brother? Like I said, I'm not going to go BE. I'm going to go for the slightly riskier play. I do anticipate we might, maybe, still come for another retest of the Asian lows. So I'm going to be greedy and not go break even. If you want to be conservative, though, TP2, very good break-even point. So if you want to go break-even there, nobody would blame you for that. If you want to take full profits there, again, the cracker is a 60 for 60. You just got 60 for 60. Don't be greedy like me. If you follow what I'm doing, you will lose money. So don't be that guy. So, but yeah, I'm not going to go break-even just yet. Chad, what you can do, link in the chat right now. Go ahead and click that link if you're going to buy a Vault Funder account. Use code FISA, get yourself 35% off. Feed your boy's 86 fund. There we go. You can say thank you by doing that. There we go. Buy yourself a little 5K account, something small. Buy yourself something nice. And then if enough of you do that, Eddie can buy himself a GR86. Little shameless plug. I waited until I fed you guys first, though. I waited until I fed you. Now you can feed me back. But Ed, if you took this trade live, why can't you feed yourself? Shut up. Don't tell me what to do. All right. Okay. Chad, you know what to do. You know how the management is on that. I'm going to let this play out. I suspect it is going to take quite a while. It's going to take quite a while to play out to full TP there. I do want to give myself a little bit of alert there. I suppose if we get up to about there, I will go break even. If we break those highs there, we shouldn't come back. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Where's full screen chat? All right, Chad. I hope you guys had a great time with your boy Ed. This was the Ed Show. I think what we're going to do tomorrow, I think after London stream tomorrow, we'll probably end that one off, depending if we get a trade or not, 11:30. I'm probably going to go live on my channel. We can do some fun stuff together. I think Friday Forgotten Bangers, we're going to do on my channel after we finish off on here. So you guys want to be around for that, stay tuned. And then, yeah, we can chat more about it during New York stream. Today, remember, New York stream starting at 3, because New York Open is now at 3:30, so don't miss out for that. I hope you guys have had a fantastic time with me. I'm going to go get some breakfast in me. Link to your channel. Let's give you guys a link to the channel. But that's only tomorrow's vibe. So I will give it to you then as well, but we can plug you guys in now. There you go. Link to my channel in the chat. Go ahead and hit the sub button on there. Go ahead and see the content on there if you haven't seen it already. And Chad, I will see you guys in a couple hours, in 3 hours. Jeez, that does not give me enough time to ease off. I feel like I've spent a lot of time with you. You guys are a lot, eh? You guys are a lot. You're a little annoying, actually. I don't even know if I want to be back later. I might just decide to. Yeah, I'm joking. You guys have been absolutely freaking awesome. I will see you guys in New York. You guys have a fan-freaking-tastic day. Peace and love. Chit chat.